You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine, go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to week number 2. How are you all going? Did you have a good week? Did you get your home play done? Yes? Or is it your first session here? Let me know in the chat. All right, looking forward to kicking off with you all today. And hopefully everything works, the technology, because I have moved locations. Oh, and the lighting is very, very bright today. I look like a ghost. Let's see if I can turn it down at all. Also, as we continue talking, we will see the sun come up behind me. What is this? This is the Elgato. Let's see. Oh, they're nearly all the way down. Oh, I see what it is. It's this crazy light. Sort of. I look like a ghost. Anyway, I'm not a ghost. I'm not this white, but it'll be okay. All right, Course Creation Challenge. It is week number 2. So where we left off last week, we were choosing a topic, right? So who actually has like chosen and locked down? Let me know in the chat if you've chosen and locked it down. Fell behind, that's okay. Well, you're back. Anyway, you are back. So William has been with us before. Oh, what is this? This is tiny. Can't read that. What is going on? Here we go. All right. There we go. Yes. All right. I love this. Good. So we've chosen distress and your to-do list. Okay. Biblically based life guidance. Yes, chosen. Fabulous. We've got another yes coming in right there from Karen. And there's probably people sitting out in the waiting room. I better admit them. Oh, that would help them, wouldn't it? If they could get in. All right. Normally probably not this early, but it would probably be a good idea to bring a staff member in. Okay. First session replays. We've also got that question coming in. All right, let's get that URL. I thought I saw it pop up in the group. So is everybody in the chat? Here it is. So inside of MIA, you will find a chat. So you can go and join that as well. And let's see if this works for you. There we go. That should take you to the replay hub. All right, I'm going to move that stuff over there and also hit record just in case. We better record this.
In progress.
There we go. All right. Week number 2. We've got a bit to cover today, and you're going to meet we're going to do one of my most favorite activities as well. We post-it notes. And before we do that, we're going to talk about what a course looks like, right? So I've got my little iPad here, and got to make sure I go to a screen that doesn't have writing on it. Come on. Oh, I've definitely been teaching lots this week. So many writings. Okay. Okie dokie then. Let's go to here. So we're going to talk about your course. And for your course, what you are going to have is somebody who has a problem. And let's keep admitting these people. So somebody who has a problem and that they're unable to solve by themselves. Oh, please don't be flat pen. Come on. Pen. 80%. Okay. So why are you not drawing? Oh, because of that. Undo. Yes. All right. all the technologies are letting me down. Okay. So you meet somebody, or they find you through your marketing, and they have a problem that they can't do and sort out by themselves. So they're starting to look for somebody who can help them get there quicker, right? They're going to cut a check for speed. And you have the answer. You're down here, and this is your course. Your course is the answer. So you have a few major steps that you take them through to solve the problem. So the major steps, and these major steps, each of these modules, right, in your course. So the first thing is to think about what are the major steps that you need to get somebody through to get to the end result. Okay, now they can be, depending on the length of your course, usually anywhere between sort of 4 to 8 modules you will take people through. Now, your job is not to teach them everything you know. Your job is to teach them only what they need to know, not everything that you know. So for somebody, let me know in the room, are you like, oh, but I just don't know. I've got so much information I really, really want to let them know about. I really want to teach them. Yeah? Okay. So if that is the case, then I have a little activity for you before you actually do your course. So the first thing you'll do, if you're somebody who is like, oh, but there's so many things and I don't know what to teach, I want you first to clean out your brain, okay? We're going to clean out that brain of yours, and what you'll do is imagine that person that you want to help, they move into your house and they Velcro themselves to you for a whole year. Now, don't worry, they're going to do the housework for you, okay? So that's one good thing of having them move in. And if you're really lucky, they'll even cook and clean all the things. But your job is now you've got a year to try to teach them what you know. So your first activity will be to brainstorm out if you got to spend a whole year with somebody who lives in your house, from the knowledge that you have over however many years, what are you going to teach them and share with them? So that's activity 1. Get everything out that you will need to teach them. Then, when you've done that, we're going to say another person comes to you and they only have 6 months to spend time with you. So now look through that list and I want you to work out from everything you could do in a year, what is the most important things that you will do in only 6 months. Now, also be mindful that they've also got to, not you just teach them, but they also need time to digest it. Potentially, they may need to do other things like activities so that they can actually really do and implement and then also get the result, right? Now, it's only 6 months. Somebody else comes and now it's only 3 months. What are you going to do now? You've only got 3 months to share. You've got to pull things out. But what's the most important things that they need to know? Also remembering they don't want everything you know. They just need to know. That's why they're paying, right? Because they're cutting a check for speed, just the things they need to know. Now, you can take that down to 1 month and then a day. What would be the thing in a day? Now, you know, that thing could be your idea for your lead magnet to get them in. So what we're going to do, remember, clean everything out, 1 whole year, get it on paper. Then you can start to go through it and work out 6 months, 3 months, and then a week. All right. So that's the first thing. If you're someone who's like, I've got way too many ideas and I'm not sure how. So that's your activity right there. Now what? Now think about your course. How long are they going to go through? Is it going to be a 1 week course, a 3 week course, a 6 week course? 3 months. I wouldn't go any more, right? Because honestly, people need time to digest, to learn, to implement. And when we come back to this, what I want you to do is think about 4 to 8 major problems that you will solve to get them from the pain point over here to over here where you know is the solution. So between 4 to 8 major steps. All right, so think about those 4 to 6 major steps. Now, once you know what those 4 to 6 major steps are, there are going to be little things you'll need to teach to help them learn, implement, and overcome each of the major steps. So they'll learn, and then they will have the courage to jump over those major things that you want to teach them. So begin with the major steps and then think, what will I need to teach them to help them overcome that one problem or major step, and then all the way through to the end. So you can see here, this is your modules right here. And these are the little lessons that you'll teach them. All right. But how? Well, we're going to have fun figuring this out with I have a whole box. Every year, like seriously, I've had this for a couple of years now, so I don't go through as many as I thought I would when I bought them. Post-it notes. Lots and lots of post-it notes. Okay, we with our post-it notes, honestly, buy name brand things. There's many things you can save money on in this world, but post-it notes is not one of them. Right? If you buy the original brand name ones, they won't curl and they won't fall off the wall as easily. Here's a couple of hot tips. I mean, seriously, life skills here. When you've got your post-it notes, stick them on something that's smooth, so not your wall, if the wall is a bit rough, because they will fall off. Window or a shiny door. Windows work great. Or did you know you can buy massive post-it notes that you can that will stick on the wall, and then you can put your little bubby post-it notes on them. Right? So post-it notes is what is going to be popping up inside of the Facebook group all week. All right? I love this activity. It's so fun. All right, so let me teach you how to use these post-it notes. So the first post-it note is one color. Okay, so your first color and your first colored post-it note, you'll put one at the top and you'll put one at the bottom. Oh, that one went off screen a bit. So one at the top and one at the bottom. Now on that post-it note or post-it notes will be, what is the problem and what is the solution or solution. There you go. Hello, dyslexia. Solution. All right. What's the outcome? How will they feel when they get to the end? They've got this problem, and when they go through the steps, they will get to the solution, to the result, the outcome. All right. So you're going to map out however many problems and solutions, all in one colored post-it note. All right. Now, the second colored post-it note that you have, right? The second color is under the problem here. And this is the intro to the module. Okay. Now, this intro actually gets done last because you put the bits in the middle, you teach, then you've actually delivered the content. Now you actually make the intro that explains what you taught through the lesson. So what's coming. All right. Now, the one at the bottom, that one is another color. And along the bottom, I didn't choose another color. Hang on, here we go. Let's choose another color. Let's go this one. Along the bottom here, this is the recap and what's next. Okay. So what you're doing also in this is you're celebrating. So you've taught the lesson, you recap everything they've been through, you tell them they've done an amazing job, keep going. And then what's next? So you'll see them in the next module. Okay? So that is exactly the same on every single module. Now here's where the fun begins. We get our next color. Now this one is where we start to write out what are the lessons that we are going to put in between? Now, here's what happens with this one. You will start to you don't need the whole lesson plan on a Post-it note. You know your stuff. So just put it down so that you understand it. Nobody else needs to know because you already know. But I want you to start putting all the things that you should or want to or need to teach onto these Post-it notes. But what's going to happen is as you start to put this together, you might find that some of the Post-it notes are like, oh, they're very similar. They could actually be one thing. Or others, you're like, oh, really? That's probably not important. If they don't learn it, it's not going to change the outcome or the result. And so you'll throw it away. You'll move things around. And you'll spend the next week, like if you can get this done as soon as possible, because you can keep walking past it and reassessing it and just standing back and looking at it. It's a thing of beauty. But make sure you do put that photo in the Facebook group because this is your home play for the week. So you will end up with this course all mapped out on your Post-it notes. Now, inside of each module, you will have between 4 to 8 lessons. But 2 lessons are already taken up. One is the intro, one is a celebration recap and what's next. So that will all be 2 lessons, so you're left with 4 to 6 lessons that you can have in the module, all right? Remember, your job is not to teach them everything you know. Your job is to teach them only what they need to know because they can go online and be bombarded with information, but they're cutting a check for speed and for you to get them there on a faster route if they went at it alone. All right, so coming back here, begin with the major steps. Then work out what you need to teach them. Now, inside of the lessons themselves, this is what I like to do to make sure that, as an educator, I'm doing my job. So we already know what the major step or problem is for each module. And then inside of the lesson, I want you to think, is there, other than the teaching part, so sharing of the knowledge, not everyone will have, some lessons will just be lessons, but some of them are going to need an activity. Now, the activity, I have 2 things. One is an activity. Now, an activity, yeah, cool, close, I think. One is an activity that you would kind of sometimes just get them to do within the lesson. Okay, so you might say, pause the video here and do this thing. Now, the second one is home play or homework. Now, some things may need them to think about it or journal about it or go away and write a list like I'm getting you to do. I've given you some homework or home play. Something they need to do that will ensure that they end up getting the result. Again, don't do it just because, but think of something like, say, for example, you help people with mindset. Journaling is something that takes time, right? You don't get results by journaling once, right? You get results from the consistency. If you're in health and wellness, it could be like maybe you don't go for a walk. Maybe the first day is just put the shoes on. The second day might be go to the door. Third day might be walk down the driveway. So you're giving them something that they can practice to ensure that they get the result. Alrighty? So that's how I like to think about my lessons after I've mapped everything out, right? But it's like you have to reverse engineer. Begin with the big problem you're going to solve, then work out the major steps you need to take them through. Now you've worked out the major steps. What little lessons do I need to teach them so they can have the knowledge, the courage, whatever we're helping them achieve to get over each of those major steps? So, we're going to do a little bit of GSD. I love me some GSD, which means get shit done, baby. And we're going to do a 5-minute GSD. And I just want you to start thinking and writing, not just think, write. What are the steps? Right? Let's get that started. What are the major things they should learn? Like in one of my courses, it begins with the first thing, vision. Second thing, to create your offer. Third thing is to set it up in the tech. Fourth thing is to message and market the problem. Message and market the solution. Fifth step is to sell it. Sixth step is to deliver it. And then the final is to evergreen it. So what are your steps? So here we go, 5-minute GSD. Even if you're on the replay, please grab your pen. Let's all get involved. Everybody in the room who can, turn on your cameras. Let's be present and play full out together. All right, I am going to hit that button when I can find the thing to hit for a 5-minute GSD. Let's get this shit done, baby.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when
Oi, hello, we're back. All right. How did you all go? At least we've started the process. All right. So let me know, how did you go? Like, were you able to get some of those ideas onto paper? Didn't waste our little 5-minute GSD, hopefully. Yeah, I got some Autumn's nodding her head. Thank you. Love it. Yes. Good. Awesome. All right. Oop, losing my pen here. So now that we have started to think about the process of your course, let me come back here. Where's my little thing? Make sure I get all the bits in the right order. And now I've got that song stuck in my head. Hopefully it doesn't turn into an earwig on me. All right. So here's the thing. When we start to do your course, remember last week I said, make sure we pick one thing and we go all in, right? We're going to finish it this month, right? Yes, you're going to finish. Are we still committed to finishing this month? Yes? Excellent. No matter what it is, we're going to get to the very end. We're going to bake that cake, we're going to put it in, and we're going to stick it on the table and let people eat it. Right? It's not going to be half cooked and you go off and chase another shiny ball, right? Yes, we got some real good capital letters going on there. Thank you, Heather. I love that name. That's my mum's name. Heck yes. Fabulous. I want to keep you inspired to make sure you actually follow this recipe all the way through to the end. Yes. No squirrel moments. No. Right? No shiny balls, no squirrel moments. So what we're going to do, though, is I just want to let you know that whatever you're doing and whatever you're going to do in this course isn't written in cement. It's set in sand. And I'll tell you, when I put my first course together, well, actually, the third course, I sell all my courses before I make them. Actually, I don't actually make them. I sell them first, and we'll be going more into that next week. But just know that the steps that you've put together here, so each of these and all the lessons, they're not set in cement. Because what happens is you might teach them the first bit, and then because you're actually working with people, like real humans, it's not fake, it's just not pretend anymore. But you will learn so much from them, and you might find that something that you wanted to teach up here might need to be moved down here. It just might feel that's the way you've got to go. So when I was teaching one of mine and I was slowly, delivering it every week and turning this thing into a course, I got to week 2 and then I realized what I'd planned for week 7 really should be done in week 3 to better serve them. So I changed it. even though the sales page and everything that they purchased said that this was the order, it wasn't going to serve them to stick to it, because they're going to teach you things that you didn't know. You have your steps through your own experience, but when you work with more and more people, they're going to show you areas that you thought were easy to overcome or understand, and it's actually a little harder for them. That's why they probably haven't been able to do it in the first place. So be open to change. Okay? Another story I'll give you about another course I put together. I started teaching and they were moving much slower than I thought that they would. Now, most people around me know I work really fast, really fast. But it wouldn't serve them to continue to deliver all these lessons because I just wanted to finish putting the course together. What best served them was to stop for a couple of weeks and continue to support them and encourage them and answer their questions so that they could get to where they needed to be for me to move on. So know that your course, no matter what you put down, will always change, iterate, improve. As educators, we're taught pedagogy. Pedagogy is staying open to change, to improvement, and it's for the students' results, not so that you can make money and get the course done. All right, so put your students first. Serve them, and your course will change. I can promise you, whatever you do this month, in 12 months, you'll have ideas and strategies to improve it. And every year, your business will always look a little different. That's just part and parcel of what we do as educators, is to constantly be improving to help them get there faster and easier, right? So it's not about you. It's all about them. Listening to exactly what they need. And if it means slowing down or moving a module after we've done it, that's okay. But I want you working with people. You will learn way more than just guessing based off your own personal experience. All right. So you're probably also thinking price. Let's discuss price, shall we? So with price, what you have is, depending on how big your course is, price will be different. So the pricing structure for course types. Let's put this down. So as you're now this week thinking of your major steps that you're going to help them with, also you'll kind of also be led by what you want to put together. So the first type of course is a starter course. So a starter course is really just teaching them a few things to get them a very small result. Still needs to be a result, but these starter courses range between about $100 to $200. It could be like a little 1-week course that they do with you. Excuse me, it's the morning brushing of the teeth I get. All right, so starter course, very small win. That's what they'll get out of this. Second type of course is a spotlight course. Now, a spotlight course, they're valued between about $200 to around $500. Now, if you think of all the major steps that you'll take them through in, say, a large academy, what a spotlight will do is pick one of the major steps and go deep, right? So they'll go deep on one particular topic. So what I've done in the past and I've coached other people to do is maybe start with a spotlight course, and then each spotlight course you add another spotlight course, and eventually they all become a signature method. Now, your signature method, right, this is more like the Marketing Impact Academy, right? It's a full-on 8-week, 12-week program or course that they're going to go through. Now, these ones vary between that 500 up to around sort of 2,000 plus. Now, the signature method, what that allows you to do is, rather than selling you, which some people think when they're selling the course, you're buying you, the method is the steps, and now you're selling the method, not you, which means what's happened for me, for example, and other people that I've worked with, is when you've got students who go through and learn the method and the steps, some of them will raise their hands and say, I would love to help you teach the method. Imagine that. Now you've got students that have come through and get their results, and people are raising their hand to help you with your method. And there's something above that, which is your high ticket offer. And usually the high ticket offer is your signature method, but it comes with coaching. All right, so it's not just the course. Now they get accountability, community, and an enhanced opportunity. And these go for sort of 3K plus, as high as you want to go. I mean, one of my programs is 25,000. I mean, I only work with a very small amount of people for that, but they go and they learn my method, the Freedom Funnel Formula method, which, I created. It's been around for a while now. But people will then pay for that additional support. And the additional support, ACE, accountability, community, and an enhanced opportunity. Because if they were to go and look on the internet, they will find videos out there. But they won't know what order to watch them in or what order to put it together to get there faster. They don't have accountability. Like, you're all here, accountability. You're going to meet your new accountability buddies for this week soon. And then you will have the community, and they inspire and help each other to keep moving forward. And this is why I keep saying to you guys, put your homework in the group. You'll start to inspire all the people that want to be here to actually follow through. They'll be inspired by you. And an enhanced opportunity are things that are, one-on-one time, or maybe you do an extra retreat, or there's extra sessions. So now when you're starting to think about your course, what type of course are you going to make? And it doesn't have to be massive, right? I mean, Shalene, she'll tell you, you could just make a little tiny mini offer. Just do a starter course. At least you will get through the experience of making a course and selling a course. Now, on the last Friday of the month, we will be building your course together. So next week, I'll be giving you information on, how to get registered for that, because we need to make sure you've got all the right things set up to get prepared to actually build the course. But start really thinking about the price. And one thing I forgot to mention, when you're doing your Post-it notes, you're going to need to name your modules. So the best way to think about naming your modules is just tell them what they're going to learn that's going to help them, right? You don't have to get fancy with the names. Just with the names, state the solution, right? What is the solution that you're helping them with within that module? That will help you with the name of the module. All right. So choose your name. Like I said, nothing's in cement. I have changed the name of my course so many times, right? The first thing I sold was how to go live. Photography, how to take photos of pretty nails, because I was selling pretty nails at the time and I was a photographer. And I thought, well, why not teach people? Because I saw all of these dreadful photos online. Why not teach the people in my network marketing company how to actually take good photos? The second one was teaching people how to go live, because it was something that I was petrified about. I was so scared. I was watching Shalene confidently pacing the streets, talking on Periscope, telling me how to do it. It took me a week or two. I'd set the tripod up every day. Or no, actually just a box with a roll of toilet paper to hold my phone up. I'd walk up there. I'd go to do it. Nah, not today. Got to go clean the pantry. Got to fold the laundry. So much more better things to do than go live. But when I finally did, I was so nervous and I could feel the sweat running down my back, and I deleted it when I was done. I wish I didn't, because I'd love to go back and watch that first crazy video that I ummed and ahed and was so timid and nervous in. But after that, I was like, now I need to show people that, me, who was somebody who always took the photos and was behind the camera, being able to turn up and go live was huge. So let me teach people all the things I did to kind of build up the confidence. So, and that was tiny. That tiny little course actually turned into my big academy at the end, and still teaching people how to go live is part of the larger process. That tiny little thing about teaching people how to go live is actually now helping them run live challenges or teach mini trainings or create courses face-to-face, face-to-camera, right? So no, this is just the beginning of something amazing. And the best part of the whole thing is when they start getting results, and they start thanking you, and ego loves it. Right? Wow, I did the thing. I taught them, they did it, and now they're actually seeing the benefits of that and they're thanking you. Like, picture yourself there on the other side. It's amazing to know. And one of my biggest missions, I always say, is to help 33 million people. But it's not because I want 33 million students. It's because I want people like you who want to go out and help other people. That's how I'm creating my ripple effect, because, teaching and educating is something I love. If that's all I got to do every day, I would be happy. But I still got to do sales. I still got to do marketing, all the things that it takes to be an entrepreneur, running a business. Even with staff, you've still got to do sometimes things you don't always want to do, but have to be done. All right, but we'll be talking about marketing as well. So after you, and this is an incentive to build your course, after you build your course, we're going to gift you a sales funnel, but you've got to build your course, right? It's an incentive because I want you to start selling it. Yes, marketing, every day be marketing. Honestly, every day you should be looking at a way to get in front of new people, right? Because the people you'll help now will have their problems fixed in a little bit of time. And then if you're not still marketing, you'll have these huge peaks and troughs in your business that becomes unpredictable. And it's a very unsustainable way to run a business. It's better to always be slowly filling a few different leads every day, finding new people. They may not be interested yet, but they will be. Hopefully, some of them eventually. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, this toothpaste. All right. So your main homework, your main home play is the Post-it note challenge. Okay. That one you're going to take a photo of and you're going to put in the Facebook group. Hopefully the Replay Hub now has refreshed and uploaded. Now I forgot to set this scene, so who knows what's going to happen when I hit the next button. but I'm going to make sure I'm on the right, here we go, the right page. And if I go to this one, oh, look, it landed on the right page. I love that. All right, so you will now be able to go to the Replay Hub, and the links for the Replay Hub will be on inside the MAA Academy as well. Yes, look, number 2's come up for today. You'll see the replay video is on here now. And when you click this little button for week 2, it's going to take you, or it might be another couple of minutes before it goes live. No, it's here. It's going to take you to the accountability post for the week. Now, on the accountability post, to get your tickets into the prize draw, you will, below here, and for everybody that's here, we can do this. We can answer, did you attend live or on the replay? What was your favorite part about this session? What was your number 1 key takeaway? And what will you do differently moving forward? And then just inside the group, so that we can flood the wall, when you click on this button, you will start at the top here and you'll add in your Post-it note pictures, okay? And we're going to start flooding the group. I know that if I can go to, because I've started putting them together. If I go to, where is it? I think it's media, albums, here. So you can start to see some of the awesome Post-it notes that other people have done in the past. Look at this. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to get your phone for me, please. Grab your phone. So everyone got their phone. Everyone usually has it, like even when you leave the house, right? It's wallet, keys, not even a wallet anymore because it's on the phone. Not far away. I want you to get your phone. And I want you to go 12 months into the future. Go on, get your phone. Get up. Yes, that's it, Lisa. Get up. Trina's got hers, I can see. Yes, everyone's ready. I want you to go 12 months into the future, and I want you to set yourself a reminder. Okay, I want you to set a reminder to go back into the Marketing Impact Academy group and look for your image. And then you're going to comment under it and say how far you've come since you did the Post-it note challenge. It's really inspiring to go back and think, I did the thing. And how many students have you helped since you did the thing? So set that reminder, hold yourself accountable, right? We're not playing here, right? We're doing it for full out. We're going to make this thing and I'm going to teach you ways to market it. All right. Now, if you didn't do it, it's probably because there's some kind of itty bitty shitty committee in the back of your head going, yeah, but what if I don't do it? Right? Then I'm going to have this reminder that reminds me of the thing I didn't do. That's that itty bitty shitty committee. We're going to believe, we're going to flick that little bugger out. We're going to kick him away and we're going to say, we're going to do it. We're going to follow through. We're going to build it this month. We're going to start marketing it next month. I can't do it for you. I can try to inspire you, but you need to follow through, right? Imperfect action, always. And remember, it doesn't matter because it's going to change. It's going to look different in 12 months' time anyway. You're going to learn so much from those amazing people that you help. All right. So that is week number 2, but we are going to hold you accountable by giving you your accountability buddies. Then we're going to do a little Q&A. So if you need any help, love that. Yeah, right? You're doing the thing. So I'm going to pop you into a breakout room and you're going to have, and if you're on the replay, you'll be able to scroll, right? You'll scroll a little bit of time. Let's see how many we have here in the room. All right, so there's going to be about 3 or so of you in a room. Now, in that room, equal time, equal share. So everyone gets about 5 minutes each, being that there's about 3 of you. So don't run away, stay, because the best bit comes after Q&A as well, because most of the good questions come up. So you're going to have 15 minutes. And these are your accountability buddies for the next week. The first thing you're going to do is tell them what was the course that I have chosen that I'm going to stick to this month, right? And then if you've started, share some of the major steps that you're starting to, put around inside your brain, and we'll end up on Post-it notes later today or tomorrow. Then you also need to organize, how are you going to connect and help each other this coming week? Will you be starting a new WhatsApp chat with this group? Will you be in Messenger? Will you, jump into Zoom together after the weekend and catch up and see where you're all at and keep each other moving through the rest of the week? When you post your Post-it note challenge, tag your accountability buddies, right? When you comment on the accountability post, tag your buddies as well, all right? Because together we work so much better than we would alone. All right, so you're going to have 5 minutes each. The person with the shortest hair, you're the timekeeper. So, William, it looks like you'll win no matter which room you end up in. And the second thing, the person with the longest hair, you go first. Okay? So, Amira, I don't know, if you pull it, you might win, right? That beautiful hair of yours, I love it. I used to look at girls like you, I'm like, I wish, like those, love it. All right, so go enjoy time with your accountability buddies. You've got 5 minutes each, and there'll be 15 minutes in the room. If you are on the replay, just, if you don't want to listen to the music, scroll, because I'm just going to put some music on for you. All right, and I'll see you back here in 15 minutes, and enjoy your time with your buddies. We'll see you back here soon. Where's my music?
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others. if you might mess it up. Shine, go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling, go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. On the run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's why I never thought it would matter if I'm gone by now. All my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from my hot California, I forgot how you look like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter if I'm gone by now. All my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. All the memories just lingers on repeat like it is never gonna stop. I can't help myself from feeling all alone, but you got me good, oh, you got me good.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Tell me why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Tell me why'd you have to go. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into.
Alrighty then, they're starting to roll on back in. You know it's a good session when they hang out until the last 30-second countdown. So that means that the conversations went well. So we are going to go around the room now and find out what came up in your breakout room. And I would love to know what is your biggest key takeaway from today. And if you've got a question, raise your hand so I can bring you up first. And then we will also, I want to know what you like best about today. And then also, what are you going to do differently now moving forward, right? So Trina, let me just find all the buttons to bring you up on the screen. And I think it is this one. Ooh, there's still music playing in the background. And no, that is not the one. That is the one. And where is she? Trina at. All right, Trina. Oh, hang on. Where's that? Button's here somewhere. There she is. Hello.
Hi.
I love seeing you
Hello.
in the morning. Here I am just rolling out of bed and you're jumping around, taking notes on your trampoline, doing your running and all the things.
I think the best that way. It gives me clarity. So
I said
So
to my
I have a
husband, I want
question
one
in
of those treadmills and I can, do
I
this.
want one.
Yeah. Right.
I
He said,
want
no,
one.
you should get up from the computer and go for a walk. I'm like,
Yes, I agree with that, but yes to both of those.
right. Yes. I will totally
Yeah.
do more if I could do it at the computer. Anyway, darling, how can I help you?
So our course was incredible, and my question is, as I keep myself accountable with this board here, I've got a whiteboard and I'm going to do the whole Post-it thing.
Yay.
When you're going through, I think I know the answer to this, but Heather really inspired me because she's super clear on what her 6 lessons are going to be. And I like to give the whole kitchen sink and overwhelm everybody, including myself. And I don't want to do that. So where's the best point to start when you get all these Post-its on there? You're just throwing everything on there that you want to teach, and then you're pulling it off. If to really narrow it down to those 6 lessons, I know you're going to tell me do the year, or the 9 months, the 6 months, and all that. But what's the quickest way to get there as you're thinking about your program to break it down to, say, 5, 6 lessons? Oh, I can't hear her now. Is it just me? Oh, okay.
All right. Sorry, just me. I lost my
Can't
button
hear
to
her.
turn my
There we
mic
go.
back on again. All right, here we go. So I'm constantly asking, and I mean, I do this with people who really struggle with too much knowledge. So if you wanted to chat about me doing it with you in one session, and it could go for 3 hours, the longest I've done is 8 hours. I pull everything out and then we only work on the most important things. But the thing I would stop and ask myself constantly over and over again, do they really need to know this? Right? Do they really? So think about what is the problem and the solution in each of the steps that you've got, but what do they really need to know? Because we have so much knowledge, but also know that you can add it in later if you throw it down on the floor this time as well. If you find that while you're teaching it, it's actually important, add it back in. Don't overthink it to the point where you get stuck in procrastination and you do not move forward. Be okay that you may finish it and you're not sure even if it's right. having it halfway to 3/4 of the way there and you're starting to build is better than not doing it at all because you're not sure if you've got to put more or less. So give yourself grace to learn as you grow. But the one thing I'm constantly asking is, do they really need this? Or am I just teaching it because I want to? They don't need everything. I'll give you an example of a bad course that I did. I did one on, because the major thing I used to do and get paid for was branding, right? Before all of this. And I used to teach graphic design. And I got a course, and it's called the Branding School or something. I can't remember the exact words, but it was all about personal branding made easy. They need to understand different types of typography, right? The difference between serif and sans serif, so that when they're choosing their typefaces, they know what they're looking for. They do need to choose a color. But I went deep on color theory. Now, that's a whole semester at uni, right? Because I love color. I mean, can you tell? I mean, this is the plainest my hair's been in years. And afterwards, I'm like, yeah, that was a bit much, right? If they're going to be a design teacher or running a design firm and they really need to be able to educate their employees, sure. But for people who just want to do personal branding for their social media to promote their courses and whatever, did they need 2 lessons for an hour and a half each on bloody color theory? No. I went into why the shade of red was a certain way and how red, like the color red, what does it mean to you? If you think red, what do you think? Right? Like some people think red. Put it in the chat. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of the word red?
Fire,
right?
hot, action, power.
Right? Some people think VIP because of that red carpet. Other people think warning, right? So very different. But then I went into all the emotional connections to all the different colors. And then I started teaching shade and tone and the difference of mixing white and black within colors. And then at the end, I'm like, well, that was so much information they didn't need when they just needed to pick their brand color and make sure they understood what an accent color is and how to use it. So you may have some really cool stuff that you'd want to teach them because it's just fun to think about the emotional connection to color, right? And if you start thinking about, yeah, it's a fun thing to learn, but do I need it to actually get the result of creating my personal brand? No, I did not. They did not. So just keep
I love
asking.
it. The question, do they really need to know this?
Yeah.
I've highlighted and written that down. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's probably the biggest thing. And you may find you'll write things down and you're like, oh, they're very similar. Actually, put them together, right? You'll merge things. So it's a bit of an organic process, but then also give yourself that grace to know that it's actually none of them, whatever you do is not going to be perfect. It will change, right? So the goal here is to actually do it. If you've been thinking about this for years, this is your year, 2025, right? By March, we're going to be launching and starting to tell people about it, right? And I got you. You've just got to do the work. So thank you for the question. Any other questions that you need help with, guys? Please raise your hand. Yes, Heather. Let me find you here on my little screen. And Heather is here. Come on up, Heather. What is your question? How can I help you?
Hello. I have a couple of questions. One is logistics and one is for price. So first off, I have been having a hard time getting the live link, the live Zoom link, and I know another woman wasn't able to get on today because she didn't get the link. So where will I find that? Because one of the fabulous ladies here gave me the link in Messenger so I could join live.
Yeah, okay. So I think my emails got hung up because there was supposed to be an email that went out with it. I'll go and check the automation. I'm the chef that doesn't cook at home when it comes to automation. I'm so busy building other people's systems that I don't always get to mine. I am so bad. It reminds me, I lived with a chef for a while, and the best thing he ever cooked me was melted cheese on bread in the microwave. I'm going to pop it in the chat for you to save. I will make sure that it is on the replay hub for you all by next week. Okay, I'll put a little button on there. So if you go to the replay hub as well, that will automatically have it for you next week. But also, I'll go in and check that your emails didn't get hung up on a delay timer. I think, yeah, I didn't say proceed through. Anyway, it's a thing. So there you go. There's the link. We'll get that.
Perfect. I will save it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And my second question is really figuring out price, because I want to do an evergreen course, but I don't want to give it all because I've done a signature method course before. And this time I was actually thinking of doing a starter course, but it being $27 or $47. What is your thought process on the lower price range?
Yeah. So a lower price range, if I'm making a low ticket, or I would call that a tripwire. So do you still have your larger signature method course?
It is in my niche where I was helping women that were gray area drinkers live an alcohol-free life, and now my niche is mastering thoughts and emotions to create vibrational alignment. I'm really integrating being an energy healer for the last 14 years. I'm bringing in the woo-woo with the holistic coaching.
I remember you've been to this before, right? If you've been in here before, I feel like that niche about the gray area. Hello, that's probably me. The gray area. Yeah. So anyway, the short course is good. So I would use it more as a tripwire, because if you're trying to also make money, right? The $27, think about it. If you sell a $2,000 program, like, sure, you'll get a few more no's, but how many $27 programs do we need? I'm just doing the math. 2,000 divided by 27. You need to sell 74 to make $2,000. How much harder is it to get 74 yeses at 27 than it is to get one yes at 2,000? So what I use a low ticket for is what's called a self-liquidating offer. Have you heard of this, or anyone heard of this before? So in marketing, when we run a funnel, we want to give away something for free or something of low cost. So when I'll draw you a picture of the funnel, and so that you can kind of see. I mean, this is something that we're all striving in marketing to have, is a self-liquidating offer. So what happens is, let's come over here to the iPad. So when you're making your your funnel, you'll do a landing page, right? Like, we've all learned this from inside of Marketing Impact Academy. And what we need from them is an email address, right? And generally we're giving away something, a gift of some sort, for free to get the email address. Now, if you've got a low small list, I would recommend that you go free up front. I know Shalene says also have a money, like the mini offer or baby offer. But if you want to grow your list a little faster, giving away something for free will help you to do that. But of course, they're not as qualified as somebody who does pay, because they're actually proving that even for $1, that they'll pull out their credit card to get help. Now, on the thank you page, however, this is where a lot of people lose money, because on the thank you page, they get to the thank you page and the person says, go check your email, your freebie's on the way, right? But on this page, don't waste this amazing resource and send them off to your email, because only 20% of people who actually get your freebie will even download it, right? So the goal is, the hook, the reason why they're giving you the email is highlighting to you that this person in their brain is saying, I need help with the thing, right? Whether they're going to ready to pay yet is another thing, but at least their brain is thinking about it. So on this page, we always ask them to either give up a little bit of their time or a little bit of their money. Now, the money is usually anywhere between $1 up to about $47. And that price point, it's like, I don't have to go and ask permission to buy it. It's only $47. Versus I want to buy a $4,000 program. I think I might have to make sure that we can afford it together. I'll double check until you run your own business and then you manage it, make your own decisions. You don't have to ask your partner anymore. That's even better. But, it's that price point where I feel like it, when you're standing at the checkout at a shopping center and they put all of the things around you because they're hoping you're going to buy. It's a little bit like that. So what we were trying to do here with this offer is however much it costs us to get that email address at the front end from ads, the return on the ad spend, if we can break even with that, that's called a self-liquidating offer. So what we're now doing is we're at least getting our money back on our ads at the front of the funnel, right? So they either will come off here, right, and then they'll go to a checkout page where they pay with their credit card, or they come off of this and they go to a calendar to book an appointment where you'll sell them into a high ticket offer. Now, this is the method I recommend if you can't yet sell from stage and close well to a group. You'll actually close better when having a conversation with somebody. But it's not as hard to sell this, but it takes a lot of measuring, testing, and optimizing to get it to a self-liquidating offer. So yeah, you can totally do a little one, but just think about time, effort, and return to sell the 74 over one $2,000 yes, the effort and the time is better, right? So, but it does show you and prove to you who will pull out their credit card. So anyone who buys, right, and spends this money, you want to jump on a call and try and sell them into high ticket. Anything at sort of 3,000 and above, most people will want to talk to somebody first before saying yes. 2,000, I've bought stuff for 2,000 without actually speaking to a human. But when I'm getting up higher and, I'm going to hire a $25,000 coach, I definitely want a conversation with that company before I spend the money, right? So definitely still have it, but it's one of other things. It's not something that you will not be able. And anyone who makes millions off a very low ticket offer, I tell you, it is not, because you've got to spend a certain amount of money to be able to get leads, right? But people who are a big brand name, right? So if Shalene was to sell a $47 offer, she'd make a ton of money because she's already got the audience and she's been doing it for years. But most people aren't that big. Yeah, so definitely worth having, but also time and effort. But once you can get a self-liquidating offer working, it's awesome. But you've got to keep testing, and it won't be changing the actual mini course itself. It will be changing the messaging that sells the offer, right? So, one example I can give you, I had a fashion consultant, right? And she used to help people with a couple of things. This was way before COVID, right? But I taught her to take people into like the dressing rooms to get changed, and she would Zoom with them. So she started getting clients all over the world. But we had this lead magnet that she had been running ads to, and she was getting about sort of 10 leads a day from the ads. But I could see that something was going wrong, and we were getting eyes, but not as many opt-ins as I thought we should. She thought it was great, 10 leads a day. And then on her thank you page, she had the little like mini offer, but it was also a paid consult, a wardrobe audit. She loved to get you to your necessities in your wardrobe, right? So she'd spend an hour with you, they'd pay, but that front end message, that hook, we never changed the lead magnet, but all we did every time is I would change the headline in the ad and we'd let it run for 48 to 72 hours and we'd measure the numbers again. And I think it was about 4 or 5 changes over, and you can't change more than one thing in an ad at a time. Because if you change the image and the headline and the hook, which one actually made the difference?
I love
Right?
that.
So you can only change one thing and then you've got to wait. We can't make an informed decision until there's a certain amount of traffic. Otherwise, it's like doing a survey. You survey 2 people who hate water and all of a sudden you go, yeah, well, water must be bad for you, right? You need a certain amount to make an informed decision. So what we did is, a really good thing to use in your hooks are what's called power words, right? And we got out a heap of power words and we kept changing. And because being a fashion consultant, we ended up using how to dress for the perfect, just this one word change, perfect body shape, right? She went from 10 leads a day to over 400 overnight. She woke up and she messaged me and she doesn't swear, but she's like, holy shit, Sally, what did you do? And I'm like, oh, Lucia, what happened? What did I do wrong? She goes, no, 400 leads last night after we made that change before bed. And then her calendar ended up booking out. She had to turn off the ad. Now, we didn't make any changes to her offer. We did not change the actual lead magnet. We just kept working on one thing every 48 hours because I knew we didn't need to change. And like I said, only 20% of people are even going to look at your freebie, right? So if this is the direction you want to go down, you will be building your funnel and you will be constantly measuring and optimizing. And don't give up too early, right? You need at least 200 eyeballs on your opt-in page to make an informed decision if it's converting. And you want to get at least minimum 20% conversion on your landing page. And if you're running ads, your click-through rate, your CTR, needs to be 2.5% or above, right? So these are little mini things that you'd look at. You look at each of your metrics, and at each point in the funnel, there are the most important metrics to measure to make informed decisions. So the first thing I'll look at is click-through rate. Then I'll look at views. Then I'll look at opt-ins. And then I'll look at views on the thank you page. And if I'm not getting a lot of views on my thank you page, it might be loading too slow, right? And then when I get all the views on the landing page, I'm looking for conversion on that page to the offer. So think about making a change, waiting 48 to 72 hours, measure the data, make another change, measure the data. It can take a while, but once you've got it, your leads are pretty much free. My goal is always to get my ad spend. People think, oh, I'm going to run an ad and profit. No. You run an ad to break even if you're lucky in the first 3 months. Not lucky, you make educated decisions to get there. But within the first 30 days, I want to at least have paid off or gotten close to paying off my leads. And then on the back end, I'm making sales. Now I'm making profit on everything that I sell beyond the ads. So yeah, I know that went on a bit because I really want you to understand the time and the effort involved in getting this working. But when it does work, and you use the word evergreen, it's the holy grail. It's what we want. Everybody wants evergreen. But also you'll get to evergreen faster by doing sales calls, because then you'll be able to overcome objections without conversations. It's about learning how to present the offer well and leaving gaps so that they know the only way to get there is through you. Cut a check for speed. And evergreen, and this is shiny ball marketing. It's one of my biggest pet peeves where people say, oh, buy this course. You can evergreen and make money. Sure, if you understand how to present your offer properly, if you know what all the objections are, right? You can't just make evergreen. Wouldn't that be awesome? Everyone would be evergreen by now, rolling in money, not having to do anything. But
Well, thank you. That was gold. That was a lot of great marketing information. Thank you.
yeah. So don't give up on it though, right? Just do. If you're going to do it, do it. Give it a crack, right? And see if it works for you. Oh, hello, William. Let me find your button and bring you up. Oh, there you are. All right, William, how can I help you?
Well, I have a question. When I prepared this course, I think I could see a 6 month to a year commitment from the participants, and then, personally, I'm doing biblically based life guidance, and if I bring them to Christianity and they join, then there's life challenges, whatever they are, and some of these issues are big. They don't get solved in 5 minutes. And I understand making courses for specific problems with a specific solution. I think what would work for me is a bigger course. And I guess I was wondering if you've seen courses go for 6 months or a year with like a customer relationship management kind of piece built into it.
Yes. So my program to get real results is a year that I want to work with somebody, right? You can't come in to what I do and expect me to get you results in 30 days, right? The sales, the marketing, the automation takes time to set up and time to measure, time to optimize. And we would do mindset work because most of the time people aren't making money. It's because their mindset's holding them back. Like you, there are bigger problems to not just the fact that they want their own business, but they got mindset stuff to get over to actually do the doing because they keep holding themselves back, right? So that takes work. And the same with what you do. They've got bigger transformations. So this is what you do. I've got, let me see if I can find it. Otherwise, I'll just draw it for you. So this is what we would put into a high ticket offer. And it is the course plus the coaching, right? The mentoring, the expert sessions or the support, right? The things that they would not be able to achieve without support. And you still use your course. Now, I'm hoping I can find it, but otherwise I will draw it. But the picture looks better on the screen. Give me one sec. Mapping. Here we go. Maybe. Not that one. If I don't find it in the next one, I'll just move on. No. All right. So your course, let me give you an example of how you'll charge high ticket, how you'll support them for the whole year, and why both having high ticket and also the 12-month support will benefit them to get them to the result. So what they pay for, as we went through before, it's just they've got the pain over here, right? So they're not happy. This is the program that you take them through. And then on the other end is your results, right? And they're all happy. And this is like you've already got the signature method, the steps. This is actually a little bit of what I was going to do next week. So I'll try to remember not to do it next week. So here we have this method. Oh, it doesn't resize. Hang on. No. Oh, anyway, you'll do. So there you've got your method. I'm just going to do it down here because I've done it slightly wrong. Got to leave room for the other things. All right. So what will happen is they'll start walking through the method. And then what happens is they get to a certain point and something gets them stuck. Right? So they get to maybe here and they get stuck. What normally happens at this point? Put it in the chat. What normally happens at the point where people get stuck within a program? Go and get those tippy tap fingers out. Come back to me. Yeah. Yes, they quit. What else? They give up. They get frustrated. They make excuses. They blame other people. Oh, I'm too busy right now. Right? So that's why you know you need more time with them when, yeah, exactly. They get overwhelmed, right? So this is where your high ticket comes in. So your program itself might be worth a couple of grand, but inside of this course, right, this lives here in the software, your online course. But inside your online course, you also have a section for FAQs, because as they get stuck, there'll be times they get stuck that you do not know, because that thing might have been really easy for you. So things come up and we add the FAQ section into the course because you keep hearing the same problem or question come up. But how do we get the FAQs? Well, what makes this high ticket, remember accountability, community, and enhanced opportunity. Those things, ACE, accountability, community, and enhanced opportunity. That's the reason why people pay high ticket. They don't actually want to do the things half the time that we need them to do. For example, if you're a weight loss coach, some people don't want to do the exercise, but they want the result, right? They're not buying the hard work. They're buying the result. And sometimes the only way to get them there is with that accountability, the community. So, as well as the signature method, you have the community that supports people and themselves going through the method. You will also run live calls, group, maybe one-on-one, but you'll also run live calls to find out, are you progressing? Do you need help? Do I need to explain this thing a different way? Maybe you bring in experts to also help support and add a bit of flavor to the program. That's that enhanced opportunity right there. You might bring, we have experts inside our program, usually 2 or 3 every day, teaching something new to get them where they need to go. So with that in mind, this part at the top here, this is coaching, right? And having the community, having the live calls, this improves the actual student results. And down here, this is the content. Now, as they're going through the method, as they're doing the live calls, anything that comes up you're using to add FAQs, then maybe some of them is like, I need to redo that lesson because I wasn't clear enough. So the content, and this is why everything will always look different, it improves the method by doing all of these calls and the lessons if you need to improve as you go. So from both of these, you've got your method that they are buying. It's the online course and the FAQs, and that's constantly improving through what you're doing with up here, right? So this is the live support. And down here, this is the recorded. So this is like the framework and the education, the resources, right? So this up here is the support element. Now, by including that in your program and turning it into a 6 to 12 month journey with you to keep them coming back, to keep them inspired, you've got to show up every week or every other week. To sell a course and say, go off and do it yourself, it's not going to work, right? The course completion rate, industry-wide standards, is only 10%. Who's a course junkie and just keeps buying course after course? Come on. Yeah, it's okay. Me too. How many of them do you actually get to the end of, though? Like all the things, every single one. Anyone out there just buys them and they just sit there on the shelf, or you do the first because you're inspired and you're excited, and then something comes up and you're like, oh, another one. I'll go buy that one because it'll get me there, but you don't follow it. Yes, yeah, right. I love this, the honesty. The only way is to be honest with yourself, right? Because you could lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. Or you can try to, but it'll end up showing through. So yes, William, but just that's why I wanted to really show you the framework so you can see why and how it will work, not just, oh yeah, do it 12 or 6 months, but what do you do in that time? That consistency, right? In our calendar, they know 9 o'clock on a Tuesday, Sally's in, doing a live, teaching them something. 10 o'clock, I'm doing Q&A, and then consistent, right? And then every day of the week, there's tech at 10. They know they can come in and ask questions at 10, Tuesday through Friday, or if you're in America, Monday through Thursday. So set up the calendar for the live portion, and that also needs to be taken into account as well as your method, because like I said, they're not buying the hard work, they're buying the outcome. And, at the end of the day, we're doing it for them, and we've got to do everything we can to keep them there. And look at Marketing Impact Academy. How many years has everybody been in Marketing Impact Academy? Get your tippy tap fingers out and tell me. I'd love to know. But then you keep coming back. So there is, some people will sell a course once and then they have a certain period and then they send them on their way. What I love about Marketing Impact Academy is when you're in, you're in. Like when I was asked to do the course creation challenge, I'm like, of course. I mean, MIA helped me make $1 million business. Why would I not want to come back and give back to the community? That was the kickstart to all this crazy. Yeah. I think mine was around 27, whatever. I swear I must have been like one of the first or second round. I think it was the second round because she did have testimonials when I joined, but it was definitely before the year 2000 as well, right? So you've also got to decide. One other thing I'll say, and this has a lot to do, especially in the mindset field, right? Because we're forever working on it, right, William? I mean, that's what you're helping them with, their beliefs and, the bigger power that then gives them the courage to live their best life. But also continuity programs off the back end of your course. So memberships. So a really good example of that is Amy Porterfield's program. She has a membership, but you've got to go through the course first before you're allowed to join the membership. You've got to be at a certain level. Like you can't just go and join the membership because you've got to understand the framework first. So that's a really good upsell, right? Go through the program and then ongoing support to make sure you follow through is membership. I love a good membership program. So yes, I know I answered your question and I went off on a bit of a tangent, but I really answer it in a full way. That would help you. Did that serve you, William?
Very much so. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Shedza, is that how I say it? Hopefully I have. I'll find you on my buttons over here. There she is. Come on up. What's
Can
your
you hear me?
question? Yes, I can. I'm bringing you up. There you
Okay.
are. Hi.
Hi, thank you. I'm grateful to be here. I kind of took this course with you when you did it, but I didn't finish, and now I'm committed to do it.
Excellent. I remember
Yeah.
seeing you, yes, last time, and your name because it's very unique to me. So, yeah, lovely to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful to be here. So I recently got certified. I'm a pre and postnatal coach, and I guide busy moms to create a healthier lifestyle with ease. So the course that I want to do is hold on a second, I gotta refer to my notes. It's mindfulness based because moms always complain about how they don't have time, and I feel like that would be the first foundation to get them from overwhelmed to ease and calm. And I had an amazing call with Heather yesterday. She's amazing, incredible, and super helpful. So when you're talking about the course type, I was thinking, because when I was on the call with Heather yesterday, I was thinking of doing 6 weeks. And then, she pointed out that a lot of moms, don't really have time, which is true, and they want to get to the results as fast as they can. So when you were doing your presentation, I was thinking of doing a starter course, and I just want to get your feedback on that and to see how I can do that. Maybe like a 1 week thing where I send, like 5-minute videos for them and different activities. So that's where I'm at. I just want to get some feedback from you to
Yeah,
see,
great
what your
question.
thoughts would be, because this will be my favorite. This will be my first course I've ever paid.
Well, thank you for coming and trusting in me to be able to help you get there. It is so cool when you get your first course out there. All right. Yeah, a starter course, busy mums agree. They are very busy. They're already overwhelmed. You can do, a little week-long DIY style starter course where they work through it themselves. But also think next steps as well. So from that, there will be people who want more, right? So your starter course is like a little tripwire into something else, like something that's actually going to help you also pay your bills. Okay, I'm hoping you want to build a course that will at least bring in decent revenue. So a starter course will be quite a low ticket. But with any course, here's the other thing to consider, regardless of the size of the course, within the first 30 days, they must have a win. They must have something tangible, a result within 30 days. Less, even better. Because what will happen is if you've got a longer program, and especially like William, you want to do a longer program, if you don't get them some kind of tangible result within the 30 days, you're going to have many people with buyer's remorse, right? Because it's taken so long for anything. So I always like to build in something that's tangible in that first part of the course. Now there's different ways to measure results. And, if you're in a B2B, it could just be return on investment, right? That's very tangible. For me, it's getting them to see how much time I can save them, right? So my return in the first 30 days, what we give is we set up your entire system, hook up your domains, create your first funnel, and we have 2 years of emails going out every week, just so you're showing up with value. Now think about how much time it would take you every week to write an email, to send it, to get into the system, to make sure it goes to the right people. How much time would that take you every week? Think about it, write it in the chat. How much time to write a newsletter every week to make sure? But what if every week you pick up your phone and like, I wrote a newsletter and you did nothing except set it up once and it's done for 2 years? How much time has that saved you? That's tangible. It's very rewarding to see. Like we do that with social media posts as well. Yeah, 4 hours every week. Every week, 4 hours to do it, to get in, hit the button, send it to the people. What if we could get that done for you in the first 30 days and you never have to write another weekly newsletter? That's a pretty big win. And the other one we have is social media scheduling. So in our software, you can schedule, but one cool thing it does is reoccurring scheduling. So you post it once and you reschedule it to go every 26 weeks. And then you schedule that out to 2040. And then you have one post a day for 26 weeks. And then it just redoes it again and again. But you also don't have to reschedule ever again. And every day you're like, oh, look, I'm on social media and I didn't do the work. How much time does it take you to create and do a post daily? Or what I used to have to do was one whole day at the end of, or a day and a half at the end of every month, we would spend creating and batching for the next 30 days because it's as far out into the future as we could get back then. Now it just happens. Oh, hello, I'm on the internet. So I did that months ago. So you can see they're quite tangible in time. Now, if you're in the mindset area, one thing that I love to do in the mindset is get them to complete a pre-training questionnaire. And in that pre-training questionnaire, we want to know where they are at now. So think about all the things that you help them with and get them to rank, because it's very hard and it's more of a soft like result versus a calculate the hours, calculate the time. So if we can get those starting numbers, like set up a star system, from 1 to 10 in a 24-hour period, how overwhelmed do you feel? 1, nah, I'm good. 10, oh my God, right? And think of all the different types of major mindset things that you're going to help with. Because you want to do mindfulness, that would be in there. From 1 to 10, how good is your mindfulness practice? 1 being, what the hell is mindfulness? And 10 being, I got this, I'm walking, I'm in me, I'm there every day, I'm washing the dishes and I'm doing nothing else but looking at the bubbles and washing the dishes, feeling the water around my hands, right? I'm in the present moment and I do it with ease. That's 10. So what we're going to do is rank. And then in 30 days, we're going to redo it so they can see the tangible results. So even if it's a short 1 week, we still want to measure, right? So if we can give them a quick win, that's what I always say, a quick win, something tangible, even if it's more of the intangible, like the feels, we still need to create a way to make it tangible. And I think that, like here in Australia, we're allowed to have 10 therapist appointments that the government pays for every year, right? They pay for us if we need help from a therapist, psychiatrist, whatever, for mental health. But you can't just go out and go, give me my appointment. We've got to pay first to have an assessment done, right? And it is ranked from 1 to 10, different things like, do you have thoughts of self-harm, 1 to 10, right? And there's this whole series of them. And then every 6 weeks every, I think it's 4 or 5 appointments, you've got to redo it because they're not going to give it away to you and then not see any results. So that's part and parcel of getting it for free from the government. You still have to pay up front for the assessment to get the referral, and then you get it for free. But again, tangible results. What are we going to see? What are the changes? So think about like those major steps that you've been going through for your course. What are the things that we can measure in there? Yeah. And post and prenatal. So I've had many, I don't know, like there was a year there, I think I had about 5 of them. Post and prenatal, but breastfeeding. Like it just seemed, there was 1 year I just had so many breastfeeders in our community. But they've got to have a problem, right? I had one breastfeeder that came in and she's like, oh, first-time mums, I want to teach them how to breastfeed. First-time mums are still up in the clouds and the rainbows and unicorns and everything's amazing until they get to the time when breastfeeding doesn't work and then the second kid's coming and they feel like they weren't a good mum on the first baby and they really want to get it right on the second. They're your target audience, not the ones still in the clouds because they don't know they've got a problem yet. So the mindfulness and overwhelmed, they may not yet know that they need mindfulness. Okay? So do find out more about their need, because when you're marketing this as well, what you're going to do is you're going to sell them what they think they need and then show them what they actually need. So they might go, I just need, I just don't want to be so overwhelmed, but they need mindfulness. So people come to me, this is a great example. What do you need? I need more sales. Really? Or I need more leads. Is that truly what you need? Okay, cool. You need more sales. Come in. Let's show you how to fix that need. It isn't a need. It's a want. They want more sales. They want more leads. But what they need is a strategy. Posting on social media is not a strategy. That is not marketing if you've got no purpose or strategy behind it. So I know I went off into a tangent. I'm like giving you marketing tips now. But yeah, start a course, yes, but also think next steps, because you won't pay the bills on a starter course, but it's a good first step, right? Now that starter course, if you're thinking of your longer course, could end up being a few lessons in the larger one. And after you deliver your first starter course, and next week we're going to talk about selling it before you make it, the next one could be the next module. But you know what the really good thing about building it that way is, you'll get to the end of the first one and you will know more about what they want the next step to be, not what you think it should be, because you've spent the time with them. So you might have 5 ideas for the next course, but working with the people in the first will help bring more clarity for the second. And I did that through my membership program. I did a little bit and then a little bit and then a little bit and a little bit for 18 months before I had an academy. When I sold the membership program, $14.95, I sent it out on Boxing Day. I said, join me. I promise I'll go live and teach you something every month. That's it. That's what I sold. They already knew what I do. Like, they don't come to learn how to make surfboards, right? They know what they get when they get me. But that was my promise. But every month when I went live, I made a little mini course, right? So on the live, I would teach, don't like face to camera. I could cut that bit out. And then I would Q&A. And then I'd teach and Q&A and teach and Q&A over the 1 to 2 hours I was on live. Now, start a course, right? And then what I did was every month, which ended up becoming fortnightly because I wanted to get there faster, I made these little mini courses that once I'd gotten to the end, and I went a little bit longer, I went to about 18 months. Now all I was selling is join me and you get this one in month 1, this one in month 2, this one in month 3, right? And then they stayed for as long as they wanted to. But then when they came in, they're like, oh, but I want month 6 now. So I changed it to unlock any lesson each month. Choose one. So people would stay so they could unlock a new one every month. And then I just sold it as a big academy. But can you see how it took me 18 months to get there. But after that, I could have stopped most of the content. We ended up naming it Marketing Action Plans, MAPS. One on how to set up ManyChat, one on how to set up ads, and one on how to do Facebook groups, right? But just little tiny baby mini courses. So yeah, a starter course is good, but you can also look at 10 years into the future as well. Yeah. See, I go off on tangents, don't I? Yeah. Was that helpful for you? I saw you take, I love seeing it when people take notes. It makes my heart very happy. Was that helpful?
I took a lot of notes. Very helpful. Yeah, I do. I mean, the end game is to end up with a membership,
Awesome.
and then do the coaching and all that other stuff. But I just want to start with one thing, so I don't overwhelm myself.
Yes, do your starter course. Stick to it. We're going to build it together, and I'm going to teach you how to sell it. All right. I can't wait because I've seen you here before. This time you're going to be here and I'm going to still see your face next month learning how to fill it.
Yeah. So what do you think for pricing?
So tell me what your ideas are and how long you think that it's going to take them to get through.
So as I was saying, initially I wanted to do the 6 weeks, which I don't know, after talking to Heather yesterday, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Mhm.
But I want to have in the course, I'm going to collaborate with Heather because she does meditation. I'm huge on meditation, and I feel like it'll be a really good thing to add to the course.
Love
So
that.
there's going to be meditation, and then obviously some type of journaling as well in there,
Yep.
and then action. I just wrote down everything I need to do, and
Yeah.
then videos that I'll put in, and yeah, that's where I'm at. But there'll be like a lot of, not too much, but enough for them to be able to get what they need.
Yes. So a starter course with a small win, right? That you're looking at, I mean, $47 to $200, $197 for a very short course, right?
Okay.
And then just think next steps. It's really a taster of what you can do. And then, collaboration. That's why I've got experts like Brock Johnson. He came in and taught inside my community. I've had some other, I'm working with eCam. Like if you could collaborate with people and bring them in, that adds value. Meditation's awesome. We've got loads of mindfulness coaches, meditation, all that inside of our program as well. Just surround yourself with people who aren't competition, but more complementary. It adds additional value to your program. But I mean, we had she doesn't do it anymore. Actually, we're getting a new girl, but we had every week we had Mindful Monday or Meditation Monday, and it was a live thing that we did in the room together.
Yeah.
Right, and there was also we used to do it within the team as well. Every Monday we do a mindfulness or a meditation together to envision where our business is growing together. And having that live component could turn you could sell the mini course with the membership offer. Right? So sell the little quick win. But one thing that mums lack in the early, for me too, is adult connection.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So what if, and for you, it's going to need to be, after the witching hour in the evening, when there's that quiet time where they can come together and just be with other mums and they can share. So adding that also gives a quick win because honestly, that community that you could build with those mums, just came to mind another person who helped mums, overwhelmed mums, similar but not in that earlier stage, just mums that are just overwhelmed and they never seem to get out of the house. And every week she would run just a community chat where there was no judgment. People could vent without fear of being judged, but then was also coached through that to help shift the things that were coming up for them. And then another day of the week, they would learn something. Now, they don't have to turn up live all the time because they can watch the replay. But the resource and support is there for them because that's the biggest thing. I remember, I was working in a corporate office and I used to have this mum. She'd come in and she'd throw her keys down on the desk and she'd go, "Thank F I'm here." She's out of the house and she's with some adults. Right? She was, and it's that adult connection. You start changing the way you talk because you're talking to your kids in a certain tone all day, right? And you go out to an adult event and you're like, oh, I can stop going, oh, well done. I can talk like an adult. So that's some of the things that I've seen really big success with in, like the mothers group. But also, you know, being able to turn up with the spew on the top and not having to get dressed up and all to go out to a community to meet. It's the judgment-free space of turning up with messy hair and so the course is to a bigger community, and not everyone is going to want to stay for the community. But that, I tell you, is the most fulfilling part of the whole thing. People can go through my course and I'll never hear from them. I might get a message to say that they're making money now. But the ones in the community, honestly, it fills your heart so much. Yeah. I think if we're making a course, we're here because we're guided by our heart.
Yeah. I like that you said that, because I've been thinking of doing something locally in my community for women, you know. But I like the fact that you're saying to just include this in the course would be a huge thing.
Yeah. Local's still good
So big.
too. I mean, everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to be online. If you're willing to do local, by all means do it, because one, you can use SEO, which doesn't really work for anything well unless it's local, right? So if you've got your website and your community and you can SEO that, you will get organic traffic. Like I've got a client who, oh, actually, it's not a client. She's not a client anymore. She's my business partner. But, you know, her SEO, because she does coaching locally in Sydney, she gets cold calls all the time for people looking for a life coach, because it's a local, it just, you can build a website that will, it's a bit of a slow burn, but, you know, if it's done well, you'll start getting cold calls from and community. And then there's other things you can do with local that you can't do, you know, online. Like you can go to all the local community centers and hubs and put up your little flyer with your QR code on it. So you can get emails that way. You can go into doctors' surgeries and dentists and, you know, places where parents sit and ask them if you can put a flyer up with a QR code on it. You know, a nice little hook, meet other mums feeling overwhelmed, want to talk to adults, not just kids, for, you know, an hour once a week, and just judgment-free zone to vent. Scan the QR code. Right. And then, of course, you're going to teach mindfulness, and you're going to teach journaling, and you're going to teach or get helped with meditation or yoga and, you know, all of that lovely stuff that we should all be doing. So you can have both worlds. You know, I do still enjoy, even though I have mostly, you know, online clients, we can kind of go anywhere. I really love doing local because you actually get to physically be in the room with people. Yeah. So do both.
Wow.
Yeah.
This was amazing. Thank you.
Welcome.
So
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome. It's lovely to see you back. Lovely to see you back.
Thank you.
All right. We have gone over time. Oh, that's normal. Hopefully this has been of value to you all, even though we went over time. If you've made it to the end of the video, put replay that you've made it to the end and win. Head to the Facebook group, or you can go to the replay page and make sure you submit your accountability comments under the post, because I love reading what your biggest win was, your key takeaway, and what you're going to do differently moving forward. And let's get those Post-it notes up into the group, right? I want to see them. Look, it's date time now. I want to see them. I want to, you know, take screenshots and stick them in our lovely album. Let's flood the group with photos that we inspire other people to think, oh, I'd like to help people with my knowledge on the world. And they may jump in, because, you know, you might join late. And if you're joining late, that's okay. There's a reason why you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So don't think, oh, I'm behind. No, you're where you're supposed to be. There's a reason why you've just found us. There must have been something you needed to do before today. Sophia, come up. Did you have a question, darling? Come on, another hand raise has popped up on my screen. Might as well hang around and answer if I can find the right button. Hello. I've got to find your button. Here you are. There.
Hello.
Hello. How can I help you?
Hello. Well, I missed your parrot behind you, but we can hear him, right?
Yeah, because I've got my ears in, he can't be in this room because it goes in there and it's like, so loud. But yes, that's Spyro the cockatiel. He's actually singing out for my daughter, but she's gone to work. What can I help you with?
Well, actually, I don't know if that, I don't know how it's going to serve everyone. I want to be mindful that it serves everyone as well, my question. Because I'm almost done with my course. It's mostly recorded except for the last module, actually the last half of the module, which is now going into the offer to my next offer. So my course is leading to the next offer. And it used to be live, and now it's a course, an evergreen course. So I am not 100% sure how to make an offer within the evergreen course. Because in a live course, I was making an offer and then I was giving them 20 minutes break to sign up, and then we come back for the story. But now, so I have the script, I have the story, I have the offer, but I'm like, how do I put that offer in the middle and just tell them pause the video, go click that button, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it sounds like you've got a nice framework there, right? So I'm guessing you've got the offer presentation and then the pause, and then we do like a heart close story after that. And yeah, still do the same. Yeah. Yeah, go. What were you going
Sorry, I
to say?
just wanted to. I was following Barry's formula,
Yeah,
Barry and
I knew.
Blue.
Barry and Blue. Yeah, from
Yeah, and
Sage. Yeah.
I was following that framework for the live event, and it was my live event, but I'm converting it into a course.
Yes.
So,
So
yeah.
the framework is fabulous, and you can still turn it into an offer, but I would more use the webinar style offer framework. You can still do the heart close in another video as part of, so do the offer and do use Barry and Blue's like offer. There isn't any pause, right? But you present the offer, you ask permission, you follow all the steps, and then you end by, and now it's your time. Are you going to cut a check for speed or continue going at it alone? Right? You make that decision. You have the power to click the button and make that decision. Or you can continue doing what you're going to do and be in the same place this time next year. The choice is yours. Go make that choice, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Right? Stop.
So I don't need to break it down to go click that button and come back for the story. I can
No,
just
you're telling them, go make that choice, click the button, and I'll see you in the next lesson. So you're telling them and you're leaving like you would normally with the break. Do that, but rather than break, you tell them you'll just meet them in the next lesson. Right? And then
so the story
goes into the
the
next
story
one.
would be its own lesson.
Yes.
Okay, so that's an extra session.
Yes.
So
you would do the offer.
Have teaching.
Yeah.
Okay, so my module 5 has teaching that leads into the offer, and then there is a story. So I'll just break it down into 3 sessions.
Yes.
Session 1, teaching, then session of an offer, and then another session for the story.
Yes.
And then I can send them an email to invite them again, right?
Yes. So there's a lot of automation that you'll put on the back end, the slow path for those that don't go away. Under the video, you'll have the button. It'll be flashing or bouncing or whatever on the offer page for them to join, right? So they'll watch that. You're really guiding them to, if not now, when, all of that, to the button below. And being that it's below the video, you can say that because it's in the course. Now's your time. Just scroll down right now. Click the button. Right? If not now, when? If not you, who, all the things. And then end with empowering them to take that next step. And then when you join me, because you're positive they're going to join, right? Everyone's going to make their own decision, but I'll meet you in the next lesson. And then you'll start the next lesson with, similar to like the My Team Tells Me, right? Where you're overcoming a few objections for those people who have not yet said yes. So you'll begin with, welcome. So for those of you who've clicked the button and you've joined me, first off, I just want to welcome you all. You know, we're going to have an amazing journey together. But for those of you who are like just jump straight into here and you weren't quite sure yet if it's the right fit for you, we actually have lots of questions that we hear very regularly. And if it's all right with you, I'll just run through them all and then I want to share my story with you. So then you'll do your overcoming objection, you know, My Team Tells Me part, and then that'll help the overcoming and inspiring them and all the things. And then you'll tell your heart story. Now, the other thing you can also do is add testimonials within the module that they can go and check out. So you could make a module of its own with different testimonials in it, and you can point people to that because you're not going to have that opportunity to bring them on stage and, you know, it wouldn't flow well into, here are all of these. You could send them to, if you really want to hear some inspiration of the people that actually follow the recipe all the way through to the end, I've put a collection of testimonials, and you want to do time, you know, all the things for the objection. So find some people who have had the results that fill those major objections that, not enough time, not enough money, you know, all the things.
I have testimonials written in the PowerPoint.
Yes.
So do you,
yeah, that's great.
That's what I was already doing that when I was doing the live challenge.
Yeah.
Those were in my PowerPoint.
Perfect. So my other thing is, how much more powerful is it when you're hearing it from a student versus from the person who's selling you the course? The testimonial carries a lot more weight. I mean, whenever Shalene shows me, she always goes, rainbow hair, I don't care, right? When she sees me in her testimonials. But it's more powerful when I go live and say, you know, I actually found it the other day, the post that I put up that said, I'm now on $40,000 consistent months. And it's all because I said yes to MIA. Now, that is more powerful than Shalene coming on and telling people that I, you know, make $40,000 a day because of MIA. I mean, a month because of MIA. So if you can do the interview part as well, because now remember, it's an evergreen course. You don't have that connection with the audience. You can't look around the room and call them out by name. So go and do some interviews. You know, use the framework, because I know Barry's framework for interviewing is awesome. And interview some of those people.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do that inspiration, the whole session of
They
inspiration,
do.
right?
Yes, right. Yep, all the inspiring people, but also they're strategically chosen, right? Remember, there's always strategy first. So the people that you choose, they need to fill those objections.
My method, I have teachers training, and I already have a number of teachers that are trained with the method. They wouldn't be trained in the method if they didn't have transformations. So I could actually ask.
So do the interview, but then, you know, work out and like look at the interviews and work out, am I covering all of the major objections, right? Am I showing how it saves time? Am I showing that if they spend the money, it gives actual value, right? If somebody had to ask their partner before they purchased, right? Because that is usually another objection people have.
Well, what I'm selling on the back end is just it's a practice, and I do give them the community, but it's not like it's not a course. It's a practice, and it's a practice. They drink water and they journal. And then I have like monthly circles where they can come and share what's happening in their transformation. So it's not a lot of it's not a really high ticket offer. So it's kind of like a medium offer. It's
It
about
feels though like the
$800.
next, because what it should feel like is the next logical step, right? I've gotten to the end. Now what? What's the next logical step?
Should I have two more things. I have a group coaching program which is more of a higher ticket offer, and the other program is the teacher's training. Actually, where they go like, I want to teach this. I'm kind of like, I'm always confused, and if I put three offers in one, like if I put the offer just practice, or
Yeah,
if you
no.
want, you can do group coaching, or if you want, I feel like it would overwhelm them and I will just
does.
not sell anything at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. If I ever put things together, they actually work together. And the way that I would present it, I'll show you. If it works well, the offer isn't different, like here's a course or here's a practice. What it is, it's a level, right? So you've got level 1, level 2, level 3. In level 3, you get all the things. In level 2, you get some of the things. And in level 1, you get just a couple of the things. So you present this. So you go high. These are all the things. But if it's not yet and you're not ready for all the things, we have lower options. It just has less. So at least you can get a taster. So see, I haven't actually made the offer different. I just taking things away. So it's less confusing because I'm actually presenting the entire offer. So that's the only one that I would do where I'm presenting more than one thing, right? It's exactly the same offer. It's just less. But if they're very different, I wouldn't. Too much. Too many choices, no one would choose. It's like when we send somebody to a sales page or a landing page, we want them to do only one thing. Like a funnel is not a website, right? Because a website will make them do way too many things. They click banners, bottom, left, right, drop down menus, and then they leave the website and we haven't even got an email. But on a funnel page, there's only one thing to do. Give an email to get to the next step. So use the method, because I love the method. I practice part of that method myself, right? We all learn from different people and then make up our own methods. So use that. You can still...
I hear in the way you're presenting, I hear that you've learned that method too. So I'm like, okay, we're like on the same page here because I hear some of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Shalene was my very first, big ticket for me at the time. It was so scary spending, $2,000. American for me also converts to way more, right? And that was scary. And then Amy Porterfield probably would have been my next one. So I got more structure. And then, I can spend like $25,000, $30,000 on a coach now, right? But just to start low. But it's the method. See, remember I said how many people start and finish a course? If you actually go and find me in the Sage course, you can see what people have watched, right? If you do, most people have watched a video once or twice. I've probably watched the same video 6 times, 7, 8, 9, like seriously, because if I want to learn something, I'll listen to it on repeat. Repetition, immersion, modeling, proof of practice. Thank you, Tony Robbins. Thank you, Barry.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's how you're successful. Repetition, immersion. Everything in my brain is not something that I just invented. Every teacher in school didn't just invent their subject. They learn from somebody else and then they teach it their way. But in regards to your sales, use the method, but you can still use it slightly adjusted for a course. Pushing them straight to, you could end the scene with inspiring music still, and throw a few quotes up on the screen that show them, or a few testimonials at the end. Now's your time. If not now, when? If not you, who? Right? And then I'll meet you in the next lesson, and then you can move into the questions and then share the story. And then again, if not now, when? If not now, who? And you want to see some other inspiring stories? Below this video are some of the people I've worked with. They are truly inspiring, doing amazing things in the world. You should go check them out. Yeah. Now, because also you are going to be pitching at the end of the course, have you left gaps through your lessons, through the course?
Well, my course is teaching the method, how the practice works, and why they need to do the practice. So technically, it's kind of like if learning to ride the bicycle and you have two extra wheels. So my course is the wheels, and now I'm selling you the bicycle. Go ride the bicycle.
Yeah.
So that's basically.
And it's the
so,
community.
Okay, so I'm selling. The course is teaching you how to ride the bicycle, and I'm selling the bicycle on the end of that.
Yes.
That's basically what I'm doing.
Yeah. So you're getting
So
them
it's
to
not-
use
yeah.
the community and the support to continue improving that
Mastering
practice,
riding the
improving
bicycle
skill.
now. Yeah.
So the reason why I asked about the gap, so this is a strategy that you do whenever you're teaching, is also talk about not necessarily the product that you sell, but you mention, and some of the people that I've seen get amazing results inside our community, it was really because of the community, and then move on, right? Like you're leaving little drips that there's something next beyond this learning of the practice, the support that they get to continue practicing. And then when you present the offer, they kind of feel like it's already coming. And leaving gaps, this is a strategic way to teach. Leaving gaps or mentioning, what's next or what they won't be able to achieve without the next thing as easily. And you just mention it. Some people don't even really realize you're doing it. I do because this is what I teach. But
the trick so I have a tricky offer in this, because what I teach is personal transformation and embodiment of high self, and I teach drinking water. So this isn't something that's going to start and end like you're going to learn how to create a course and now you're going to make money. But this is something that they're going to be, I'm enrolling them into a lifestyle for life.
yeah.
So it's, there is no end to where we're going.
Yeah.
It's
But
just that
from
it's a continuous practice.
So we know this, but what you need to do is be thinking, if you want them to move into your program, we need to be talking about the membership side just a little bit, dropping testimonials throughout the training, talking about a funny story that happened in the community, right? What we're doing is we're leaving little gaps between. So let me show you on the screen. So whenever you've got your course, you've got your course, right? So this is your course. And then this might be your lead magnet to get people into the course, right? Some other little tiny thing that they learn, right?
That's my pre-launch.
Yeah, right? But this is something small from there, right? It could be who knows where, but it's something tangible within the course. So on the front end, you're actually known for only a small part of your program. Like I'm known for automation, right? I'm geeking out on the automation and also going live because that's where I started. And I went live for 365 days. So they're the main things. I'm that tech automation nerd. and the girl that, was probably one of the first to do 365 days of live. That's what I'm known for here. Now, what I do is I teach that, but the gap is you learn that, but over here and over here and over here, we're dropping hints about other things that they need to learn, but they're not going to learn it yet. Now, the same happens within the course. You're going to sell them into like this support continuity program because it's going to go on and on and on forever. So what you're doing is as you're working your way through, you're saying, and somebody had this result because of the community, right? Because they tried for years by themselves, but now because of the support in the community, they followed through. And they're so tiny. Most people don't even notice that they're happening. But what you're doing is what's called seeding the gap between this program here and whatever the next logical step is.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
yeah.
if you're, that's why I was asking, are you seeding it so that when they get to here at the end where you present the offer, it doesn't come as a shock?
No. I'm leading it very strategically from the
Yeah, because you don't want to
beginning.
get to the end and they're like, oh, what? I have to,
No.
where did this come from? I haven't heard about it before. That's why seeding the gap is it's a strategic thing if you know there's a next step. Right?
Well,
Like if
I
somebody
also
pays
have
me
them.
$9,000 for a day, right? I am not trying to sell them. I just want to give them value. They spent $9,000 to spend the day with me, for me to pull apart their brain. I am not seeding any gap. I'm giving them everything. But in an evergreen, there is always going to be a next step. If you're strategic, there should be. So, if you could, like seeding that gap, just go through and watch your videos back and just think, oh yeah, there's a gap. Oh, I mentioned it. So we just know where we've got that strategic part in your lessons. Yeah.
Look, I have one more thing. So this course used to be my 5-day challenge, and with the same end result, obviously, right? The same offer, and there was a lot of information on in this challenge, and so one of my bonuses was lifetime access to the recordings of the challenge. So now I'm redoing it as a course because the challenge was like each day was 2.5, 3 hours long, packed, and that was a lot. So breaking it down into small modules and a little bit longer course now, it makes it more digestible, and I can add it in different places and stuff. So I'm not sure if I should still be doing the challenge and offering the course as a
So
bonus.
that's a
or-
marketing strategy decision. Okay. What are you going to do to try and sell the course? How much are you selling the course for now? What's your price point that you're thinking of putting
I
on?
haven't started selling it yet, but for
Have you-
now I was just doing it $144 for now.
Okay.
But that becomes, I mean, this course is going to have, I mean, it's 5 modules, 3 sessions per module, plus they have community with homework that I'm checking, plus they have quizzes after each session.
All
So
right.
there is a lot in there
Yeah.
that I think I should probably charge more than $144
Yes, you should.
for that.
I'm very much one for charging what the value of the outcome is. I don't say the value of you because you're priceless. You know how people say, "I charge what you're worth." You are priceless, but charge what the value of the outcome is worth. Right? So say somebody went to a school to learn your method, like a real school, if somebody wanted to put that title on it, right? What they would pay a decent amount of money. So don't undercut your offer, because also people people see value in the price. Now, if you saw your method online being sold for $149 and you saw your method being sold online for $3,000, which one do you think would get you better results?
Well, probably the 3,000 because
Right.
people will stick to it. Well,
Right.
the whole
And also
intention
you get
was
less complainers the more you charge. My low ticket does my head in sometimes. The amount of people that complain and carry on and just don't even Google first. But my $25,000 clients, they've Googled before they've spoken to me. I probably speak to them less than the $27 clients. I definitely speak to them less, right? Because they value their time. Low ticket can attract low quality as well, which can be more headaches. Right?
well,
Yeah.
my course is spiritual, yeah, it's spiritual in nature, but what I was saying, people that before there was a course, I was just selling the practice, and people start practicing, and then they quit halfway. So the course is introducing them to why they need to practice this for life.
Look,
So
I'll give you
when
a
they
prime
start seeing
example
it,
of giving something away. So my 12-month program that just comes with mentoring and an online course, I would charge $18,000 for. Now, I used to give it away to people because I wanted to just help. Every single person I gave that program to, and imagine I'm still paying staff members and things to come in, like I've got overheads to cover, but every person I gave that course away to, 0 completed it. 0 followed through. So what I started to do was every intake, I would open applications for a scholarship. But if they got accepted, they would still have to pay $2,000 instead of $18,000. Some of my best students have come from the scholarship because now they've got skin in the game and they actually give a shit with following through versus the freebie chasers. If anyone's a life coach out there, you've got to do a certain amount of hours pro bono. Oh, what a hard slog that is. Because if you offer free coaching, every bloody Tom, Dick and Harry would be going, yeah, I'll take it for free. But then every week after week, did you do the thing? Did you do the journaling? No, excuse. Why? Because they're not invested. They're like, it's free. They give it about as much time as, flicking the channel on the TV because it's free. The best free pro bonos went on to buy my services at the end.
well, I can't give it for free because
No,
actually
don't.
it's a physical,
But
it's a
also
physical product.
also you got physical products, but
Well,
do
it's
not
a physical
undercharge.
product, so they pay for the product.
Yeah, do not undercharge the value of the outcome. All right? Think about the outcome. Think about how many other things they may have paid for and tried before getting to you, where this method they're going to finish. You've got to inspire them all the time, finish. That's why every time you guys come in here, I'm like, who's going to be here on the last day? Right? I can't make you, but I can inspire you, and hopefully you'll take action. It makes my heart so sad when I know everyone's got these amazing, like any person out there who wants to help other people, I truly believe there's a course in them. Right? But will they follow through and do it? That's a whole other thing. They'll dream about it for years, probably. Right? So, yeah, just don't undercharge. Sure, turn it into a paid, but you're still going to need a lead magnet on the front end. Okay, you could go straight to a mini offer, but the problem can be, especially if you don't already have a big following, is it slows your growth. Now, whatever is in that course, the lead magnet should be a little tiny piece out of it, and it should also give a result of some sort. Because then if they get a result, they're going to go, oh, that was good for free. Now what if I pay? So don't be scared to give really good value on the front end. Like, I still run challenges. This is my main, and I used to teach it. But the reason I stopped trying to teach people to run challenges is it's much bigger to run a challenge than it is to make a PDF. And so people wouldn't follow through. Right? So it hurt my heart because I know, like, I mean, I've run a challenge and closed $225,000 in a month from a challenge. Like, I know they work, but they're work. I have my team there. We're supporting. It's a lot of work for the front end, but they work. And if you enjoy them, challenges as a lead magnet are freaking amazing. I love them.
Well, I
Right?
have a
But
challenge as a
lead magnets work well. Little mini webinars work well. Book funnels work. There are so many different types of marketing strategies or, front end offers before the main offer that you can choose to do. Now, you can't build them all at once because you've got to build one and you've got to measure and optimize and get better. Like, your first live event, you probably close less than the last live event because you got better, right? But something on whatever you choose to do, whether it's an ebook or, right, it has to be something from the course. And it has to leave the gap that says, and you'll get more over here. I do 7 steps. Here's one. The rest is over here. Yeah. So, but that's up to you. 1, lifestyle choice. When you're running a challenge, you've got to be on at 9 o'clock every day for 2 hours, Q&As, and then follow-ups every afternoon. And then you've got 2 weeks of sales calls. You've got to do the work. A PDF, they're opting in and potentially booking an appointment on the back end. So it's not as hard, it's not as much work, but also you'll close less people, but it'll be spread over forever. Whereas a challenge, it's like all in, sell, now, onboard and fulfill. So it's one business decision, lifestyle decision, and how much money have you got to spend to bring in new people. Like Shalene could sell just by sending out an email because she has a huge list and a massive following. But most people, it's going to take more effort and time because we don't already come with that big following. So again, it's a lifestyle and business choice. So because you asked, should I run a challenge? If you enjoy it, for sure. I love challenges. Love them. We get new team members that join us during challenge week. They're like wanting to stay with us forever because they're so fun. But they weren't fun until I'd done them a few times. Right? And now it's just like, it's the thing I do now. I can do it. I know what I'm teaching every day. Like today I come in with nothing but 3 dot points on this because I've taught it so many times. But at the beginning I'd have bloody a whole script on the screen nearly. So what works best for you? What do you want to try?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, what
It's
do you
a
want
lot
to
of
try?
work.
Do you want to try a lead magnet funnel first? Just a
Well,
valuable mini
I do start
lessons. You could do 3 days of little mini videos to the offer. You could do the PDF with a 5 series sales email that we generally do. That's what we'll do off the back end of the PDF. So you need to sort of work out what works best for you. There's so many different options. Yeah. But I love challenges.
I do start my funnel with a 45-day challenge actually.
Mhm.
So that's I do once a year, but I can't just run my business on a once a year
Yeah, no,
challenge.
that's right.
So this is my one big huge entry, and then my 5-day challenge was on the heels of that, but now I want to make it into the evergreen course so that I can sell that year round
Yeah,
before I get to my 45-day challenge again in October.
Yeah, and the challenges can be short. So there's 2 different ways I run challenges as well. So one of them is I just, teach in that 45 to 1 hour block live, right? And then we go dark and I do some Q&A time. And we do that, leaving the gap to the pitch on the third day, then continue value, start day 4 with the heart close, right? And then my team tells me, and then day 5. And the second way is I have a little mini training that they do, and then that's where they get their activities from. And then I go live just to add value to whatever was taught. Also to answer questions that, commonly come up. So that's less work again, because they're going every day to the videos, the pre-recorded videos to do the learning. And then I'm just turning up to overcome objections and to answer questions. So I just got to turn up and be me. Say, I hope you went in to watch the thing. Make sure you do your homework. It was all shared in the video. And here's some questions that we normally get. And everyone who's live, drop a Q in the chat. And so you're just there to add a little bit of extra value without having to do the whole presentation, right? So, there's a couple of different ways also to run a challenge, depending if you love them, but you don't want to have to go through all the things every time as well, right? Because one of the challenges I run, it's very in-depth. I mean, we look at numbers and things like that, but you've got to also then remember leaving time for thinking. That's a big thing a lot of people tend to do, is just bombard people with heaps of information, but they forget that the person needs to just stop and think about it for a bit, sit with it, right? Sometimes the answers don't come straight away, especially if you're looking at mindfulness and, all of the heartfelt stuff that those sort of softer, you could call, offers of where it's all about the feels. But you've also got the tangible, right? Make sure you do the tangible so we can see. So make a decision, pick one and go all in for a quarter. That's what I would say. Choose whatever your lead gen method's going to be, make it and go in for 1 quarter and try to perfect it. Measure the numbers and make it good. Once it's converting and doing its job, then add something else, right? I've got 25 things you should automate in your business. It's an ebook, right? I made it years ago. It just sits there. It gets advertised on my podcast. If I go on a speaking gig or somebody asks me to speak on stage, I give that away. It's always the thing that I give away when I'm on stage. I think when I was on the podcast with Brock, it was still another automation thing though. I think it was about the fortunes in the follow-up and the 9-step follow-up. I think that's what it was. But it's all about automation, right? So, because I know that's what people are looking for to save time. And so I consistently just use the same lead magnet all the time because I know it works as well. But pick one, like I said, and stick to it for 30 days. All right, my team are messaging me because I'm actually supposed to go live in 3 minutes and they're wondering why I haven't set up yet. So I have to go. I went so overtime. Crazy. I hope everyone got value.
Thank you so much,
You're
Sarah.
welcome.
So do you do when I do the 45-day challenge, I actually invite 9 speakers in the challenge. Do you do speaking engagements? Were you interested to partnering to
Sure.
do
Why
that?
don't
Something
you
like that?
send my team an email, right? And they'll, with suggested dates and times or whenever you're going to do it, and I can check it against our calendar and see where I'm at. If you've got an idea of what topic you like that I do and that you would like me to present, let me know. But sure, you're MIA. I'll figure it out. I'll see if I can come in and support you for sure. I'm all about collaborating with people.
Yeah, it's a San Francisco challenge. Are you familiar with San Francisco?
All right, my love. Well, you just send us an email, okay? Support@OmniSAM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Support@omnisam.com.au.
Thank you.
Just with your proposal, and then my team will go through my calendar and see what's going on.
Okay, got it.
Awesome.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
guys,
much, Sarah.
have a fab week. I can't wait to see you all next Friday or Thursday, wherever you are in the world. And bring on those Post-it notes. Fill the group. It's going to be awesome. Bye.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light. Just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art.